All right, here we are again with the Gospel of Thomas by Thomas O. Lambden. Yes, last time we got to 29, I was sort of 30, and got interrupted last time. I got about an hour right now. I just wasted a half hour. I went over a few of these, and then I trailed off. I didn't like going off the point, so I'm just starting over again. All right, we'll go with 30. Starting out at 30, Yeshua said, "Where there are three gods, they are gods. Where there are two or one, I am with him." Still don't understand that. Because I don't know who else is defined as gods. Like, there is only one singularity. There is only one absolute, that which is God, that everything comes from. So this whole hierarchy crap, I don't dabble in that. I don't bother with any of that. It's like there's only one at the top, and that's the only one I'm answering to. Everything else is just like, all right, I'll understand you, but that's about all. I'm not talking about I'm not deferring to Trinity. I'm not. All that which is God is God. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I'm saying anything below them is, in hierarchy, is irrelevant, no matter what label you put on them. I don't care what else could be called a god or gods. It's like there's only one, and anything below that is, it is what it is. All right. 31, Yeshua said, "No prophet is accepted in his own village. No physician heals those who know him." I went over that pretty good the first time, but I'm not going to edit and chop up video or recordings or whatnot. I'm not going to do that. I just want to, unless I really go off, just go off the point, then maybe. But if it's, if I've already been recording for like 2 hours and then, I go off target, I go off the point too far, then I'll edit it. But otherwise, no. Even if I explained that pretty good. But no prophet is accepted in his own village. No physician heals those who know him. Basically, ignorance. Nobody can know the very essence of another person. Nobody can ever know that which is nobody can ever know what's going on within that which is within a person. Therefore, everything that is known about the person is within ignorance. With, the person could be projecting, falsely of themselves. That's ignorant of the self. Or the receiver could be saying something and, misinterpreting something. Then they're, it's misunderstanding. You can hear you can hear your best friend say something really great, but if you have a false assumption of them being a certain way, because even if you've known them for a long time, then the gravity of what they've said is downplayed, or any accomplishment they accomplish is like, oh, well, that's out of character of my ignorant assumption of you, therefore it's downplayed, or it's wrong, or it's I can't believe it. That's all it is. Ignorance. Ignorance and projection and nonsense. Nothing, the core of it is nothing external can dictate that which is within another person. Period. So to have the assumption of that, you will never accept the other person. And if anything extraordinary was to be, hypothetically speaking, influenced through them from something beyond, it would be even more of an impossibility because of the ignorance. It's like, oh, I know this person, they can't do that. And yet the essence of a person you don't know, anybody could change at a flip of a switch to be aligned more to the presence of life than the absence of it, or the ignorance of either. Somebody could wake up tomorrow and simply decide within themselves, me, myself, I am going to be a better person, and project that. Anybody could decide at the drop of a dime, just like that, could decide that. And even if their whole life was filled with the opposite, the other people will be too ignorant to be aware of that or to accept it. It'll look abnormal, it'll look wrong, it'll be received wrong, there'll be denial, there'll be everything. And yet, how could anybody dictate what goes on within a person? Doesn't matter if it's one day one thing and an opposite the next. All right. 32. Yeshua said, a city being built on a high mountain and fortified cannot fall, nor can it be hidden. I don't know. I got caught up on that one before too. That was a moment I didn't like. I didn't want a moment that I would have edited out. I took too long sitting there contemplating on that. And I don't really want to sit here on, verses and just sit here for like 5 minutes sitting here analyzing that and contemplating on it. Don't know right yet, so I'm moving on. 33, Yeshua said, preach from your housetops that which you will hear in your ear, for no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, nor does he put it in a hidden place, but rather he sets it on a lampstand so that everyone who enters and leaves will see its light. That was another one I freaking expressed on that was really good. But again, I don't want to edit. Primarily, I don't want to edit or anything. I just want to leave everything as it is. Just let the moments be the moments, and that's it. Meaning there's nothing around me. I'm not reading anything else, not doing anything else but reading what's on the screen. And I read this once, months ago, and that was it. We'll end 30 to 35 or 36. No, down to 30 to 37 a little bit ago. Right, preach from your rooftop, preach from your housetops that which you will hear in your ear, for no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, nor does he put it in a hidden place, but rather he sets it on a lampstand, so that everyone who enters and leaves will see its light. The light is the very flow of life itself, the very presence of life. The absence is the dark. So it's like you share good things, it lights everything up. You know, same context, you take away, everything gets negative, everything gets dark. You know, same thing. Extinguishes light. Which do you want to project more? Do you want to project light into the world to light it up? Or absence and just give out darkness and negativity and all that nonsense? It's funny too, because presence, you literally get the urge to literally physically climb on your roof and scream. Except I'm not talking about screaming just the, biblical verses like a lot of people do. It's the very flow of life. When you understand presence from absence, when you see presence from something so small, and so much absence, it's like your presence, you just want to scream it because it's just awesome. And absence, you just want to light it up, like, get out of here, you freaking just nonsense. It just gives itself. Negativity only breeds negativity in any kind, shape, way or form. You hurt somebody, that's what continues. The hurt, the negative, the absence. That's what continues. And that always has an end too. Whereas presence continues even more than its absence. If you influence somebody positively and you light them up, that expands outward towards others far, far infinitely more than the negativity or absence of life ever could. That's the whole thing about screaming from the rooftops, because it's like, once you understand, oh, it's so much more. Oh, it just makes you want to scream. It's like, that's something, the understanding of the flow of life, its presence and absence. Whereas, most people, they're out there just screaming the verses. It's like, it's pointing to something. All of it points to something. That's what you're supposed to scream. It's all pointing at the flow of life. That's what you scream. You scream, here, it's right here. Take a look. It's right here in my hand. Take it. Like, here. Like, don't take my hand. The understanding here, like, it's like a tool. You hand somebody something, here, use it. You're not seeing the sky clearly. Here, take the glasses and look up. It's like the glasses are their own thing. They're not mine. Just take them and look. You'll see clearer. It's like that's the answer it was pointing to. Like life, the flow of life. That's what you're supposed to be looking at. 34. If a blind man leads a blind man, they will both fall into a pit. Again, ignorance. If you're ignorance and you're going in the absence of life, you're being in negativity or whatever, they both fall into the pit. If you don't see where you're going and you grab another person, you drag them along blindly in negativity, boom, you're going to hit the brick wall or fall into the pit. Whereas if both of you can see, you're not. You're in presence of life, you're not blind. In absence, you are. In presence, it's see, people say, oh, that's life. It's like the flow of life isn't always hunky-dory and glorious, but it's honest. That's the thing. It's the honest flow of life, even if it's gory or you don't like it or negative or, you know, physical reality. People pass away. That's, if it's not outside influence, that's simply the flow of life. And the ignorance of it is, blind leading the blind. 35, Yeshua said, it is not possible for anyone to enter the house of a strong man and take it by force unless he binds his hands. Then he will be able to ransack his house. What could that be referring to within? The house is your being, and the contents within are that which matters most. How do you ransack that? Negative influence, negative manipulation. Suddenly, all that which matters most in the house isn't good anymore. It's manipulated and in absence, and it's bad things. All the good things were ransacked. They were replaced with bad. Align with the very presence of life, and you can't bind those hands. 36, Yeshua said, do not be concerned from morning until evening, and from evening until morning about what you will wear. As far as wearing things, hold on. It's basically saying dress for physical functions, not for presentation. Life is supposed to be the thing presented, not flashiness. Not all that nonsense. Life is supposed to be the thing presented. It's like, what are you presenting, though? You got to be all flashy. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what, you just want external approval? Be right by that which is within first. And aligned to life, and everything that it expresses is from life. You don't, what does anything else dictate over that? Like, if it's cold out, dress in something warm, not dress in something warm just to stand out, just to be fancy. And it's like, Just wear what is needed for what is needed, and that's it. Don't worry about impressing anybody, making a statement, or nothing. Just be in the presence of life. That's it. Not in the presence of attention, or to get attention or approval and all that. Like, to name something further, the approval of life is a lot more important than approval of anyone else in ignorance. That is beyond stupid clothing references. How does clothing or any facade express that which is within a person? The only thing it expresses is your ignorance of it. Truly knowing that which is within is not something you can dress up and showboat. It's either expression of life or its absence, and that's it. And then ignorance is the key, whether you're ignorant of it or not, one way or the other. 37, his disciples said, "When will you become revealed to us, and when shall we see you?" Yeshua said, "When you disrobe without being ashamed, and take up your garments and place them under your feet like little children, and tread on them, then you will see the Son of the Living One, and you will not be afraid." You ain't staying there, people. Vehicle outside that's parked in the spot I shoveled out of. And I'm not sure if the wife will be home soon, but they better not be there, because it's not my parking spot, but the time it took me to shovel all that snow is mine, and I could take more time shoveling the snow back where I got it. Like, hey, it ain't my fault that another car is there. I'm just taking the time back and putting the snow back where I got it. Don't mind me. That's literally just a playful, funny way to put it, instead of getting angry and being negative about it. Just be playfully joking about it, but I'm not joking too. I'm also being serious. It's like, if you're going to be that inconsiderate, well, then you're going to get my time returned. All right. When you disrobe without being ashamed, that is simply being completely honest within oneself, with oneself. Meaning, no skeletons in the closet, or they're open they're open in honesty, not for anybody else, okay? Those skeletons in your closet are for you, yourself, to take care of and be honest with yourself about them. That's all. That could disrobe in the very presence of that which is God. You take out your skeletons, you understand them. Okay, this happened, it was bad. This does not define me. Put it down, step on it. Like, it doesn't matter. Don't be defined by your skeletons in your closet, or allow yourself to be manipulated or defined by them. Be open and be defined within the presence of life. Don't be identified by the skeletons in your closet. Just, it's all about honesty. Honesty within. Now, I'm not talking about for expression for others. I mean just yourself. Because once you're completely honest with yourself, that's what could stand before that which is God. Whether you've, got a lot of nonsense that you've gone through, a lot of skeletons or not, you can't hide them. Don't try to hide them. Take accountability, at least within yourself. You can't really take accountability if you did something wrong to somebody, they're not here no more. But you can take accountability and be honest within yourself. That's where it matters most initially. As far as you will see the Son of the Living One, well, he's not here right now, so I don't see anybody. Will I be afraid? Absolutely not. And I'm going to stop there because that not stop the recording, but stop going over that right there because that's where I went off too far explaining. Went out of context. 38, Yeshua said, "Many times have you desired to hear these words which I am saying to you, and you will have no one else to hear them from. There will be days when you will look for me and will not find me." How do I read that? What is that saying? Yeah, basically, what is that saying? I don't know. Moving on, because it's a few things I can get from that, but I'm trying to analyze two things at once. I'm moving on. 39, Yeshua said, "The Pharisees and the scribes have taken the keys of knowledge, gnosis, and hidden them. They themselves have not entered, nor have they allowed to enter those who wish to. You, however, be as wise as serpents and as innocent as doves." Why is this? I'm going to go with the end real quick. Why is this serpents? Meaning, be knowledgeful of the absence of life, the negativity, the bad things, any which way you want to name it. Negativity, bad, absence, all of it goes all right down to being for life or against it, in its presence or in its absence. The serpents, that's the negativity, that's the absence. You got to be wise of that. Ignorance is always wrong. Not innocence, but ignorance. And is innocent as doves, because the flow of life is innocent. The Pharisees, the scribes, take the keys of knowledge and hidden them. Well, they don't know the answers. They don't know. See, they're still ignorant. Oh, they say they themselves have not entered. They see that again. Yeah, that's ignorance. They have the information to basically analyze and understand that which is life that comes from that which is God. They have the information, but they don't understand it themselves, nor do they let anyone else understand it. And to add to it, they manipulate it and have it serve themselves. They are having the absence of life and the ignorance of it serve themselves. I never stopped and really contemplated on them. Contemplated on the understanding of them people to be in that position, not to learn what you have access to nor share it. To imagine how screwed you really would be. Oh man. No, thank you. No. It's like, it doesn't matter what you get from doing that. Even in the moment, it's less than even being in poverty, in physical poverty, but being in the presence of life. That's what nobody gets. The presence of life is more than any tangible reward or comparison. There's no amount of money, fame, or anything you could ever have that could compare. Nothing. So to have access to that and still deny yourself and then abuse it and not let anybody else, oh man. You are screwed with a capital Superman S. I'm laughing about it because it has nothing to do with me. I'm not laughing at their failure. I'm just laughing like it's ridiculous because it's so obvious. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're screwed. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's nonsense. It's just this funny nonsense. Oh, jeez. It's like you don't know what you got and then you're going to abuse it too. Oh, jeez. That's so dumb. Yeah. Name it plain. That's so dumb. It's stupid and funny. Like, and you're going to be, oh, jeez. All right, 40. Nice number. Yeshua said, a grapevine has been planted outside of the Father, but being unsound, it will be pulled up by its roots and destroyed. That's pretty, what's the go on that? That's pretty self-explanatory. Something planted outside the presence of life. Yeah, it's going to be destroyed. I mean, to put that all the way to the presence of God, God plants, the essence of life within humanity. We make it unsound and make it absence, pulled up by its roots and destroyed. Self-explanatory. If you embody and express absence, then you're going to be like a rotten weed and you're going to be pulled up and destroyed. 41, Yeshua said, whoever has something in his hand will receive more, and whoever has nothing will be deprived of even the little he has. I like that. I read that as the flow of life in the very moment, excuse me, whoever has something in his hand will receive more. The hand represents the continuous endless flowing of now, the very moment of now. To continue to prosper in the now, you have to have something to go forward and flow with now. No different than investing in something and receiving interests later on. It's like you deposit it now to come back, to be projected into the future that returns to the current endless moment of now when you get there. It flows forward and it flows back. That is the flow of life. So if you start out with something in your hand, it will only grow. But if you have nothing in your hand, nothing will grow. And if you don't grow, you will wither. Therefore, be deprived. Get it? That's what I love about it. Like, you don't just, I don't know how, and I've never heard people teaching it this way. It's just like, once it becomes obvious, it's just, once you look at it as like something, like it's pointing at something where it, instead of trying to just dissect it, and it's like, what is it pointing towards? What is it meaning? What is it referring to? That's where it's so much fun. It's like, I don't hear people putting it this way. It's like they just describe it, explain it a little bit on the surface, and then that's it. 42, Yeshua said, become passers-by. Don't, meaning go out and spread life. Spread the presence of life. Don't stay in one place, but go out and spread the seeds of life everywhere. Be a passerby. Almost like a nomad. Be a nomad for Yeshua. That's cool. See, you gotta be so uptight and, uptight religious, like a lot of people are. It's innocent, honest fun, yeah. Nomad for Yeshua. That's funny and it's honest. What's a nomad? A passerby. You don't stay in one place. That's same thing. That's what makes it funny. I ain't got to be uptight about it. Oh, you're talking about being a biker for Yeshua. Making a funny similarity. Same example. Passerby, nomad, same thing. 43, his disciples said to him, Who are you that you should say these things to us? Yeshua said to them, You do not realize who I am from. You do not realize who I am from what I say to you, but you have become like the Jews, for they either love the tree and hate its fruit, or love the fruit and hate the tree. Love the tree and hate its fruit, or love the fruit and hate the tree. It's always ignorance. Love the tree. The tree is life itself. It's the very foundation of existence, the flow of existence, either in presence or absence. People call the people you refer to a tree, the tree of life. Same analogy. What flows from and through, in and out of everything, is that singularity that is life. And life it can't come from nothing, and it is created and expressed from that which is God. So how could you hate the fruit that life gives? Because it makes people aware of their absence, of the skeletons in their closet. And instead of hating the skeletons and learning from them, they hate the fruit that makes them visible to the person. They show your own illusions that you put on yourself to make things acceptable for yourself. Not honest, not true, just acceptable illusions. That's what you hate of the fruit. Love the fruit and hate the tree. Yeah, you like prospering, but you don't like the flow of it. You like to take the fruit and eat it, but you don't like to plant it yourself. You like to receive and eat the presence of life, but you don't want to give it as well. You want to consume, but not flow with. It's like eating all the fruit of the tree and never planting more. Eventually, there's going to be no fruit to eat. Hence, absence. You dig? 44, Yeshua said, whoever blasphemes against the Father will be forgiven, and whoever blasphemes against the Son will be forgiven. But whoever blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven either on earth or in heaven. Okay, this one, I got to be crystal clear on this. I am not renaming it. I am simply explaining the very essence that points to the Holy Spirit. What is the Holy Spirit? It is the very essence of life itself. So to blaspheme or condemn the very essence that allows all things to exist, yeah, that's no. The very expression from that which is God. Blaspheme against that? No, because that is what we are. Like, that is what makes all things be. I mean, that's basically going against all of existence. It's like, no, that's where all things, that is the singularity of that which is the essence of life itself. That is the Holy Spirit. "45. Yeshua said, grapes are not harvested from thorns, nor are figs gathered from thistles, for they do not produce fruit. A good man brings forth good from his storehouse. An evil man brings forth evil things from his evil storehouse, which is in his heart, and says evil things. For out of abundance of the heart he brings forth evil things." Again, presence and absence of life. If you're in presence, I'm foundationally speaking here. You know, a good man is described as somebody aligned more to life. The presence of life. And that's what's in your heart. Bringing that forth, it'll be good things. It'll prosper. And again, evil things forth, that's what's projected. What is within, whether it be presence or absence, is projected. And the very key to navigating either is the removal of ignorance. Because if you're ignorant of that which is life, the very thing that which matters most, everything past that will be distorted. Whether it happens to align with what's right or wrong, presence or absence, it's still a crapshoot. It's still ignorant. Where once you truly understand the flow and presence and absence of life, I mean, you realize it was one choice the whole time. It's like you don't have a choice anymore, because it's like, like absence is so, I mean, it's like just randomly shoving your face in a thing of manure for no reason. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's like you're not left with a choice anymore, because it's like it's already there. The best thing is already there. You just can't be ignorant of it. That's all. It's like just always pick the presence. Because that's what you give out. For out of abundance of the heart he brings forth evil things. The opposite is still right too. You see, they always emphasize on the bad thing. Like a good man brings forth good from his storehouse. And then that's the only reference to the good man. It's like, yeah, well, it says for out of abundance of the heart he brings forth evil things. But you know what? In presence of life, in comparison, the evil things are just like nonsense. The presence of life is so much more than to be deserving of one little sentence right there in all of that. A good man brings forth good from his storehouse. And then evil gets 1, 2, 3 sentences. No. If all you preach and all you talk about is the evil things, all people will see is the evil. 2 sides to the coin. You just have to flip it. Stop endlessly looking at the absence of life, because then you will never be able to understand the very presence of it. I'm not playing correct the Bible here. I'm literally just stating that's wrong. It's wrong, and it helps the ignorance by only emphasizing more on the negative and the absence. It's like, no, presence needs more references and examples and descriptions. It's being expressed and defined less when it's infinitely more than the absence that's being presented. in abundance. All right, let's this will be over in a minute. My boy will be here any moment. 46, Yeshua said, among those born of women from Adam until John the Baptist, there is no one so superior to John the Baptist that his eyes should not be lowered before him. Yet I have said, whichever one of you comes to be a child will be acquainted with the kingdom and will become superior to John. Nope, I'm not even going there. I'm going to leave that where it is, because I don't give a flying shit about superiority, about anything, to anyone. I don't care to be superior and even, to even analyze it like that, like superior, like, I don't want to become superior to fucking anybody. I just want to be in the presence of life. That's it. Harmony and presence of life, period. And all that which that entails. That is all I myself want. So I can care less to bother with anything with hierarchy and nonsense.